Taylor Butler is a young woman in our church who has run cross country since grade school. Now she's a junior at Hope International University, still running cross country. And I want to ask Taylor a couple of questions. Taylor, I know cross country is grueling. It's tough. And have you ever been in a race where maybe you can see you're not going to win and you're in terrible pain? Have you ever felt like you want to quit?
Absolutely. I would say almost every race it's like that. You're in so much pain, your muscles are tightening up, and you see other girls going off to the side to throw up, and your body's saying, I want to do that too. But there was one race when my coach pulled me off of the course because I was screaming and crying, and I was walking at that point, and I couldn't even start running again. So there has been times when it was absolutely unbearable, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. But
you've run hundreds of races and only stopped one time, pulled out one time when your body was hurting very, very badly. So on those other races, the hundreds that you've completed, what is it that makes you complete the race, finish the course, no matter how bad you feel?
Well, what's always keeps me going is just the satisfaction of completing it. Pain is only temporary, but you have a medal at the end a good majority of the time, and it's something that shows you and is a reminder that you completed something that was painful and unbearable, and you can show like my grandchildren or just anybody that I did something that I didn't think that I could do. And there you go.
Okay, this is the second interview I'm doing, and I want to interview Joseph Valenzuela. Joseph graduated from Hope International University, and even though he's full-time here at our church, he also is taking graduate classes at Fuller Theological Seminary. I know this has been a tough semester, so I want to ask Joseph some questions. Joseph, just about a week ago, you were at your wits' end, quarters coming to a close, finals, papers. You just wanted to quit. Yeah, how'd you feel?
My academic journey hasn't been an easy one. And I feel like every single time I hit an obstacle, it's the end of the world. Like I'll hit a time where there's just so many papers or so much going on at church that I just don't want to, do it anymore. Just throw myself into it. And it's just happened over and over and over again, from my undergraduate to now my master's level work, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to say, hey, I want to go to class. Hey, I want to pour myself into whatever I'm doing or the work that I'm doing, especially when I'm balancing it with so many different things going on.
Okay, now academically, I know you set very high standards, get very good grades. You graduated from college on time, started graduate school immediately, and so I know you do very well. So what happens? I mean, you feel like quitting. What is it that keeps you going all the way to the end?
I think that thing that really keeps me going is seeing past my current stress and seeing past my current desire to want to quit. Striving for something more than just a degree, or striving for something more than just getting a class done. It's like with school, I try to strive not to get good grades or not to just learn, but I strive to be better for my church, my community, my friends, my family. And I think seeing that end goal rather than the immediate moment, it really helps me. It's my motivating factor. When I was growing up, my dad really instilled in me, you don't give up. When I played football, he'd be like, it's fourth quarter, you don't give up. You play all the way to the very end. And so it's really bled over into my faith, where I don't want to give up. It's bled over into my school. I don't want to give up. And so when I get to this time of like not wanting to be in school because of finals and papers and just things that are going horribly wrong because so many things going on, and then I got church on top of that and friendships to deal with, the easy thing would be to give up and just to say, hey, I'm gonna shorten the amount of things I do. I'm gonna cut that list down in half. But I think that's the times that I've really learned to just press in on what I think God can do with all these things, with my studying, what God can do with my academics, what God can do if I don't give up. And I think when I press in on those and I try to dream about what God can do and what He is going to do, I think that's what really motivates me to keep going.
I mean, thanks, Joseph. Good call. Now I'm interviewing Jack Tanaka, who has for decades served the city of Diamond Bar, the people of Diamond Bar. But for the last 10 years, he's been on the city council, he has been mayor of Diamond Bar, and then he and Wanda both. And then about a year ago, Jack was diagnosed with cancer, which just makes everything tougher. Now, Jack, I know that in a major leadership position like that, and I've seen opposition to you that just appalled me.
Yes.
And I know there have been times where you had to have been hurt. So what was it like during those times?
Sometimes it's very tough because, for one thing, you wonder if people are actually even interested in what's going on with the city. There are also times when people have different opinions, but they express them in a very negative way.
So I want to ask you, how did you get through those hard times?
Okay, one of the things I think you have to have is a lot of patience. I think that also, given some time, a lot of times that'll smooth things out. Sometimes when people react a certain way, that as long as they have more information, that they're able to make better decisions, that'll come.
And what, like, inside of you kept you going?
I think that one of the things that I've always kept in mind was that the position that I was elected to was to serve all of the residents here in Diamond Bar, and not to take certain remarks or comments too personal, but rather, as long as you're doing something for the benefit of the residents of Diamond Bar, then you're in the right direction.
Well, Jack, I want to thank you for letting us interview you today.